Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show how I made these clay charms. Also at the end of the video I'll show how I made some necklaces from these charms, so stay tuned and please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. So as you can see, I'm using air dry clay because at the time of recording it's the only thing I had to work with, but these days I've also been using polymer clay a lot more because it's easier to work with and I think it gives a better result. So if you want to see some of the polymer clay stuff I've been making, please make sure to follow me on my other socials. But here, as you can see, I made a slab and then I'm making cutting squares and circles from it, and I poked a hole in it to actually make it a charm. In the past I've put pins in the clay, but I don't want to do that anymore because I don't know if I want to use like gold or silver jewelry, and this gives me more flexibility. So I usually use basic acrylic paint, but I left those at my parents' house, so I had to go out to Target to buy these really cheap paints, but it came in a nice large kit and there's a lot of colors and I think it did the job pretty well. So I just painted all of them white just to have a base coat, and now I'm gonna start painting different designs on them. So this first one I painted as a landscape, and I paint landscapes a lot, like not on clay pins, so just wanted to start off by something that was more in my comfort zone, and I think it did really turn out nice. One thing I will say is that because the charms are so small, it's difficult to paint on them without like getting stuff messy and without touching the paint, so it ends up chipping sometimes, so I need to find a solution for that. I do love painting on my clay pins, even now that I'm using polymer clay more often. I want to continue like painting designs and like landscapes on the charms because I just think that's like more my style, and I think it's like something that I could use to my advantage because I've been painting for a while. But yeah, I'll have to figure out a more clean way to do this. But as you can see, I just made like a kind of pinkish sky and a forest and then like a flower field with daisies, and I really like how that turned out, and I ended up turning this into a necklace, which you can see at the end of the video. So next I made some character and flower designs. As you can see, I made this one into a teddy bear because I have lots of matching stuff with teddy bears on them, so I thought I'd make a necklace that kind of matched that. But I ended up not liking this because it's so 2D, it's so flat, which is why I was inspired by, hopefully you guys will be able to see in one of my next few videos, I decided to go out and buy polymer clay so I can make 3D teddy bears and make jewelry out of that. I've already posted some of that on my TikTok and Instagram reels, so make sure to follow me there if you want to see more of that. But yeah, I plan to make like teddy bear jewelry so that I can go with a lot of the stuff I wear. And as you can see, I'm also making some flower patterns because I also love wearing florals. So I ended the day by making this RJ pendant, which I don't know why it looks so funny to me, but I love it so much. I love RJ. And yeah, those are all the ones that I painted on this day, and I will be able to finish the rest some other time. So as you can see, these are the ones I didn't paint. The pink portrait ones I ended up turning into a self-portrait and then like a duck, which I didn't show the process of painting that, but I ended up outlining them with pearls. So as you can see, I had these stickers, these rhinestone and pearl stickers, that I just wrapped the charm around with these stickers and just secured them with some air dry glaze. So this is the process of me doing that. Surprisingly, this was more difficult on the square one, so the duck one, than it was on the oval one, because the corners, the pearl sticker just wouldn't wrap around the corners for some reason, like it kept coming off. So I think if I do this in the future, I'm just gonna do it with circular charms, but I really like how they turned out, especially the self-portrait one. I think the self-portrait one is my favorite of all the charms I made today. And I also made this really janky ring for no reason. So that's basically all of the clay charms that I made, and off camera I went ahead and glazed everything. While we were waiting for those to glaze, I'm gonna take y'all on a trip. So this weekend I went to a local bookstore, like with used books, and it was so cool. There were so many books. They almost took all of my money. I was going to buy 5, but I narrowed it down to 3. It was a pretty old like building, so I loved the vibes in it. Also, look at these cute bags that they were selling. They're like shaped like phones and like Game Boys. I thought it was so cute, but they were super expensive as well. And there was a flea market, farmer's market, sorry, happening also, so I got some udon from there. So back to regularly scheduled programming. I bought this kit of fake pearls with a bunch of different sizes that I really am glad that I got. I wanted to make some necklaces with the charms that I make. If you guys remember the charms that I made where I outlined them with those pearls, I wanted to make like a matching pearl chain, so I made this chain with just gold hardwire. I used the same length as a necklace that I already had, so it's kind of long, and I wanted to layer like 2 chains on it. As you can see, I'm using the bear charm that I made, but like I said before, I ended up not liking it. I don't like the bear charm. Also, the way it's glazed, it's really reflective and you can't even like see the bear from some angles when the light hits it. So I think I really like the chain, but I think I'm gonna change out the pendant eventually, but this is how it turned out. Next, I wanted to make a necklace for the landscape pendant that I made in the beginning, and I used some of those bigger pearls for that. And I just used some of the same colors that are in the charm, so greens and blues, which I really ended up liking this necklace because I wear these colors a lot in real life, like with my outfits, green and blue. So I think this is a necklace that I personally would wear often. And I was really surprised that the colors ended up matching perfectly with the charm that I made. So I'm really happy about that. This necklace was a little heavier though because I had used those bigger beads and some glass beads, so I ended up having to double up on the threading thread that I used. But I think it should turn out fine when I wear it. It seems pretty sturdy. And this is how it turned out, and this is how it looks like on me. So the last necklace that I actually recorded the process of me making is the one for this house pendant I painted. The design is completely different. So first of all, I wrapped the pendant with gold wire just to like give the illusion of a frame and to make it look a little better, a little more, just to give it like some extra flair. And I ended up using a bunch of different bigger beads, random beads that I have, because I wanted a colorful necklace, and this is how it turned out. Thank you all so much for staying until the end of the video, and I hope to see you all next week.